Somebody thinks that they can be your superhero. Look, you have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. So these two cards right there is you Leos kind of being, the way that they perceive it is that you Leos are kind of down in the dumps, sad, melancholy. And some of you Leos may be, right? That's something that Leo definitely has a problem with, is your own self-confidence, ironically, right? But a lot of you Leos need to remember to be like this, Eight of Cups, to understand what it is that you want in life. See, part of, you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but part of your confidence problem in life and in general, why you get down, is because a lot of you Leos don't necessarily really have a sense of direction. So a lot of you Leos have to remember to keep that sense of direction going, so that that way, whenever it is that you get down in the dumps like this, right, you can always pick yourself back up and begin to meditate. By the way, real meditation is a very good thing, because when you meditate, your mind wanders and you give it room to actually breathe and to make itself present to you, and allow the things that are in your subconscious to, like I said, like a bubble from up underneath the water, how it bubbles up to the surface, and then, you know, it may pop. Sometimes it may actually just form a bubble and sustain itself. But either way it goes, that's what's happening, right? That's what's happening. That's what's going on. So you're in a situation where you're dealing, like I said, you're dealing with someone that thinks of you that way, or you may need that. That's another element of it too. You may need someone to actually start caring about you. And the Two of Pentacles and the Empress now represents how, specifically when it comes to the matters of the heart, right? Romantically, you want a significant other that cares, that actually cares about you. But the thing about it is that the Two of Pentacles and the Empress, a lot of people are not in the business. You're coming to find out a lot of people are not in the business, unfortunately, of caring about other people. It's more so about what it is that you can get. And when I say you, I'm talking about in general you, what a person can get, what a person, you know, what are their selfish hopes and dreams, and they don't even care about the person that they're even dating, which makes no sense, right? But this is the backwardsness of dating today. So a lot of you Leos understand that if you're going to be with somebody, it has to work. It has to actually make sense. The person has to actually care about you. Otherwise, what's the point of going out on a date with them? And the thing about it is that, you know, like it is, as I said before, a lot of you Leos got to really get in touch with your dark side. Because see, a lot of Leo representing the sun, you want to give up so much sunlight. You don't seem to understand that you need to, every light has to have a darkness to it. That's, as a matter of fact, see, since so many people want to talk about, you know, light workers and light this and like that, every light side by definition has to have a dark side to it, because that's how it even keeps itself healthy in the first place, is through that darker nature, is how you're able to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself and the environment around you. You need a good mixture of both light and dark, right? So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that it's good that you Leos finally starting to understand the darker natures of yourself, by understanding, you know, because the way that the light side would have played itself out for you Leos was you would have just accepted anything. But no, the fact that you Leos are starting to wake up and realize, no, you need somebody that actually cares about you. That is your darker nature. That is your darker side. That is the side of you that is like, no, you want someone that actually gives a stuff, right? Gives a whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's something that you Leos need to do more of, right? Because sometimes as right, because sometimes, right, y'all being Leos, and I have plenty of Leo in my chart, right? I've never done this, but sometimes as Leos, a lot of y'all will, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but you will be going through some stuff. And then what a lot of y'all will do is a lot of y'all will be like, well, we'll look on the bright side and stuff like this. Give this person a chance. Look on the bright side. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and everything like that. But, don't necessarily try to dress that element up. Don't try to dress that element up like it's really something on point or something powerful. You know what I mean? Just look at it for what it is. And the Six of Swords now represents, as a result, next door, upstairs. But the Six of Swords, right, is a representation of you seeing red flags in others, right? And you're even seeing it in yourself. And the Seven of Swords represent you Leos are figuring out a way to actually address those red flags. Like, what do you actually need? You Leos need someone that actually cares about you, right, to be in a relationship with you. You're not supposed to be having around some weirdo that only wants you to benefit them. And then you Leos now, y'all are not okay with it, but y'all are co-signing this because y'all are lying to yourselves, talking about, well, I'm in a relationship with this person. No, you're not in a relationship with this person. This person doesn't care two squats about you. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And you Leos know that. It's not like you Leos don't know that. You Leos know that. But it's up to you Leos, to get real. Because Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, y'all can, those zodiac signs, y'all can get, a little bit kind of deluded when it comes to really seeing a person and kind of looking for the bright side of the person. And it's like, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But you also want to take a look at their dark side too. You need both within everybody, without exception. You need both. So the Lovers now represent, and if you can be in love with both of that dark and light side of yourself and the other person, then that's how it is that that you and the person is a good mix. If you know good and well that you don't like, if you assess them, right? If you pay attention to them and you don't like certain elements of their lighter side or their darker side, right? And it's something that clashes the very foundation of the relationship. And what I mean by that is the idea that, maybe they're a little bit too nice and they get treated like trash by people on the outside of the relationship. You don't really feel like this person actually has your back because their perspective sways to someone who isn't even in a relationship, right? And they'll take their side over yours. These are things that you definitely need to pay attention to. Obviously, if it's something small and stupid and insignificant, you really shouldn't care too much. But the six of Cups now represents, but you Leos, the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups, you Leos will have people, pay attention, you Leos will have people who are trying to get back with you. But the Six of Cups is about how you Leos, it'll be up to you to decide whether or not you want to have them back, honestly. Because the question is, why would you want them back in the first place, right? You've already discovered, you've already came to the realization, right, that, after giving it some thought, that these people really didn't care about you in the long run. They only cared about you in the short term. So a lot of you Leos, you know, you have to ask yourself, do you want to get back with this ex? Is this something that you would want? And if that's something that you would want, you'd really have to ask yourself the question of why in the first place. And then the 7 of Cups, 6 plus 7 is 13. So 13, even though there is no 13 of Cups in the tarot so far, right? I haven't seen it yet. You know, still though, the 7 of Cups really does represent how, you know, you Leos have other options. You can go talk to other people. You know, you can be single for a while. You know, or you can go back to them. But I want you Leos to understand that you still have options nonetheless. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups. See the problem that a lot of you Leos are having is your mentality. What is it? And this is what it is I'm calling in. This is what it is I'm calling into question. This is what it is I'm trying to tell y'all that y'all should question. What is it about y'all that y'all are in a situation where y'all care that much? So let's clarify the 6 of Cups. So to clarify the 6 of Cups, you have the Hanged Man, the 7 of Wands, the Temperance, and then you have the Fool. Right. The Hanged Man, right, the Hanged Man and the 7 of Wands. Some of you Leos downright, I'm just going to state it plain, bam. Some of you Leos may be afraid to stay by yourselves. You may be afraid to not be in a relationship. And this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes not being in a relationship is a good thing. Because because when you're not in a relationship, you should be fixing your trust issues and your emotional damage and basically all of the things that you're not, that you lack in. You should be fixing those things. Another thing with that is that the 7 of Wands represents, and you should also be keeping away the goobers, right? The boogers, the stupid individuals, the dysfunctional individuals. You know why? Because if you are single and you supposedly working on yourselves, but then you still messing with the undesirables, I'm gonna call them that, the undesirables, the dysfunctional individuals, that's not actually fixing and raising your value. That's not doing that. That's just lowering it, because that's actually, you're committing fraud. You're not really doing the work to actually become better. So the Temperance now and the Fool now represents, so this is what makes it crazy for you, because when a person that is more built for you, or someone that you can have something in common with, or a few things in common with, comes in, you'll ruin it if you're not ready. But if you are ready, it'll work. It'll be good, because the two of you actually get along with one another, right? Because you actually did the work. The best thing that you want to do when it comes to meeting someone is for you to put your best foot forward. And the best way for you to put your best foot forward, the best way for anybody to put their best foot forward, is for them to honestly work on their emotional damage, their mental damage, their health, all of that, their finances. You want to cover as many bases. You want to cover as many bases or as much surface as you possibly can. You want to make sure that you're as well-rounded, is what I'm trying to say, as much as you possibly can. Because the more specialized you are, that's cool, but the more the other person has to kind of pull the weight of a relationship, right? Because see, a lot of times people only boil down relationships to be finances, and that's a huge problem, because there's way more facets, chambers, creases, intricacies than just finances. Way more. There's trust. There's the actual spiritual, non-physical connection that you have with somebody that goes way beyond the physical connection. There's the physical connection, if I hadn't said that. There's the money. There's the, like I said, there's the trust and the love that comes along with it, which is the spiritual connection. Okay? Because there's a reason why it is that significant others will be with one another, and then when one of them make the transition, if you know what I mean, the other one soon makes the transition right after them. That goes to show you how deeply powerful that connection is between the two of them. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.